welcome back to BMW blog, and welcome to the Schwarzwald, where it is a lovely winter's day. Winter scenery, cold, lovely roads, nice twisty roads here, and this wonderful weather, blue sky and a winter landscape. But it's all about the car in front of us, the 240i X-Drive, which we have been driving here on the roads in the Schwarzwald on winter tires, of course, and properly enjoying it. This particular package, you might know the specification: four-wheel drive system, B58 engine up front, of course the standard gearbox that BMW is using in all the models right now, the 8-speed, and then next to that we have the 375 horsepower and 500 newton meters, which brings you from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in like 4.3 seconds. Car's really nippy. The engine is surely the highlight of the whole package that is in front of us. I always enjoy cars that have that B58 engine in it, even if it's an X3 or an X4 or the Supra. That engine is really the star of the show. Of course, this package is the package that we're going to see with the M2. Or at least the underlying basis. Of course, the M2 will have some changes. You will have it hopefully with a manual and an automatic gearbox, which is borrowed from the M3, M4. Same for the rear-wheel drive setup, and for instance the quad tailpipes. Well, you here have these two separate tailpipe sections on either side of the car, but in essence the design will be quite similar, only the M2 will be more beefy, of course, wider wheel arches, and as we have seen in some of the rumors and some of the design renders, that really GT2Resque front that is going to be different from this car. Anyhow, the 240, what can I say? First of all, absolutely enjoyed it. I wasn't initially so impressed by the design, but it really starts to live, and I quite like it. The more I look at it, the more I like it. And especially these funky front grills that are opening and closing. Initially I was like, not so sure, but all in all quite nice. All in all, the design itself, I must say the rear is maybe not the strongest of the car, especially the rear, the taillights. I switched them on for you to have a better look at them. Maybe not the most elegant and strongest design feature of it all, but as a whole, quite like this package. It drives lovely. It's a great daily driver, and there are not many of these cars anymore in this space of the market. I think BMW is one of the few that still makes a coupe at this price level, even though the car starts at 56,000, roughly 56,000 euros here in Germany. This particular one is spec'd up to 72. I remember buying my M2, my normal M2, for about 3,000 euros less than that, and even my M2 competition, without the discount that I got, was only a slight bit more. So we can have a look at what that means for the price of the current or like upcoming G series M2, and then you can see by looking at the price of this particular car what the M2 is going to do. Same goes for the weight. It's quite heavy, this particular car. We're talking roughly 1765 kilos. That's heavy, but you don't really feel that while driving. It doesn't give you that really heavy nature. It's fast, it's nippy, especially on the Autobahn drives that we've done. It has been a lovely experience. So let's have a close look on the interior, and I'll run you through some of the details there as well. As you can see, the interior of the 2 Series, you hear the blinging of the lights. I'll switch it off quickly. Let's switch on the car and have a quick look on the inside of the interior. Foot on the brake, and then this lovely growl from the B58 engine, and then all kinds of features and functionality that we have seen in other model series from BMW, like the 4 Series, the 5 Series, 6 Series, 7 Series, 8 Series, but we have not necessarily seen the 2 Series. So we have now, for instance, 360 camera, we have the reversing assistant, and we have, and I don't know if you can see it easily, perhaps you can see it, but you can at least see the head-up display setup. You have a head-up display on the 2 Series, which is absolutely lovely. This is quite reminiscent of what we saw on the Z4. Not 100% sure that I like that design, but it is what it is. You can of course opt it to be different. This is outfitted with the M Sport seats, which in my opinion are a bit short. Especially this particular section could have been a touch longer. You constantly have to put these out to have, especially longer people, the right kind of seating position. Side bolstering is quite nice, but all in all, I think that the seats there are in the M3 and M4, the standard seat, especially the buckets of course, but the standard seats are a much better option if you would ever consider the seat options that are available. But I don't think that you can get these seats yet. Of course they will be available on the M2, not on this M240. So if you are in the market for the M240, definitely consider these seats, but also have a look at the normal seats and prefer which seat is the best for you. Other cool features, as you can see, this little design feature with the M colors in the door. That's really interesting. It also lights up in the dark, and if you have the door open, it has the tendency of flashing. And you might see it here if it flashes. I'm not 100% sure if you can see it, but it flashes and telling you that the door is open. Other things, steering wheel, we've seen that before from other models, other setups. A few little things, little niggles, really little niggles. This, for instance, is a bit more plasticky. This particular compartment, it's, yeah, on the previous 2 series, which I own one of myself, that was all a touch better. And some of the materials and some of the fit and finish is definitely better, but they're all like little points where you could say those are a bit of a point of saving cost, which is of course not a bad thing. And in the end, you know, all the brands are trying to save costs. So let's have a quick look under the bonnet, where we have the B58 engine, of course. There it is. B58 engine, we've seen in many models, 40i models, so to speak. Yeah, and that's pretty much the highlight of the package, in my opinion. 4-wheel drive is nippy, is doing what you expect from it. It's not like the 4-wheel drive system as real BS as the system that we have in the M3 and the M4. It's also not set up like that, but I prefer it over the M135i system that was used there. I think it's more refined, it's better to drive and use, and yeah, all in all, a great car to use as a daily, to bring you from A to B. If you're in that particular interest of buying a coupe like this, then I think the M240i is something you should definitely consider. I morally enjoyed it, driving it during the days and the week that I had it. No major concerns, only like these little small niggles that I would say are a bit of a concern, but you know, all in all, they don't spoil the fun if you are, you know, not necessarily focusing on them, and I think that pretty much you can you know, live with them. I wouldn't consider them major things or things why you should not buy the car. I think there's absolutely an option of something that you should consider if you are looking for a sporty coupe with an interesting design. That is definitely interesting for you to consider. All in all, yeah, feel free to read my review that is coming out on the BMW blog website. Check out more of the stories that we're doing and the videos that are being uploaded here on YouTube. And I hope you enjoyed this quick little look and my experiences and sharing my experiences with the M240i xDrive. And if you are in the market for it, definitely have a go in it. It's a great little package, and I'm looking forward what BMW M is going to do with the M2, because if this is already that good, then the M2 will be pretty much brilliant. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you back soon, and have a nice day. Ciao, ciao.